Oh boy. Alright, what's going on, guys? Chili Games back again, and I am going to get a lot of butthurt battleship captains in this chat. Or whatever this is. I actually thought I was doing two live videos, so the two videos you're going to see here is a Vanguard game, and then afterwards a KGV game directly afterwards, and I was doing a live commentary, but apparently I didn't have the voice activated for it, so quite sad there. But these games are good enough to show the points that I want to show, or at least try to show, that I'm just going to use them anyways. So, as you know, the Vanguard has been buffed a million times, and I am still here to say that it is a very polarizing and not consistent ship. Defensively, Vanguard is one of the most annoying ships to kill. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the guns. I am running a full accuracy build with a very high-leveled Cunningham and a very high-level AL Scharnhorst. This is about as close to max dispersion you can get. And Vanguard's guns are still just so incredibly trolly that it just pisses me off beyond belief. Obviously, this first salvo here I missed. Bismarck turns in, not the ship's fault. You'll see me kind of pan around because I was trying to talk in a live gameplay and explain some things. So, if you don't know what I'm doing, just looking in random spots, I thought I was definitely recording my voice. So, we do get a decent chunk on the attachment there. Any damage versus that is fine. However, you are going to see the Vanguard struggle to just hit basically anything. And even when you hit, just doing significant damage. It is so mind-bogglingly frustrating to play this ship. Now, I'm not saying this ship can't have bad games. I know I'm going to get comments, be like, oh, I average 100k damage in this ship, I average 150k damage. That's fine. I've had great games in this ship. The first week that they had this last buff out, I had a 212k loss. Big games do not mean that the ship is good. While I think this thing has been buffed into an absolute monstrosity, some in good ways, some in bad, I still think overall Vanguard is a very, very inconsistent ship. And I just hate playing it. I do not like inconsistent ships. I can't do it. I like ships that have bad armor. I would rather take bad armor and good consistent guns over good armor and super inconsistent guns. We actually get a double fire there, which is nice. But the ship that I'm going to be comparing it to is the KGV, and the KGV literally just prints, it just hits so much more often. It starts fires so much more often. Super flat broadside shot against the Martel, caught in a reverse here. Should be a pretty significant hit. And nothing. We hit him twice. Oh, that shot is actually going to haunt us the rest of the game. Look at that dispersion. Where was that one shell? We're lucky it actually was. We were lucky that the dispersion was actually so bad because it actually hit the Martel. But the fact that we could not kill that Martel there, or at least significantly hurt him in that salvo, is going to come back and basically not lose us the game, because, spoiler, this is a pretty big steamroll. Look at this dispersion. What is that? I mean, we hit him 4 times, but all over the ship. This is full accuracy, full monstrosity buffed Vanguard, and the shells still just go everywhere. Oh, like Bismarck, full accuracy build Bismarck is more accurate than this thing, and I am not bullshitting you. I posted a full accuracy build Bismarck video probably like 5 or 7 videos ago, maybe even 10. Go watch it. Bismarck was absolutely laser beaming people, and it was just crazy. I think it was like a 200k game. Every time I shoot a salvo at the Vanguard, it's either very mediocre, like there, 1 shell hit, 1 fire, or it's just completely like, what in the hell is going on with this ship? Like, I swear something. I was saying in the Discord after this, I have never seen a ship in my entire time playing this game, after 8,000 games, just completely whiff broadsides. And I don't understand. Like, one shell hit for 2,000 damage. One shell hit for 2,000. Oh man, granted, should I had AP loaded? Yeah, but I didn't expect the Wichita to actually still be sitting broadside like he'd been showing the past like minute or so. And I still had HE loaded for the Vlad and the Tashkent that I was trying to harass. Oh my lord, this ship. I mean, look at that. Look at the dispersion. It is so vertical. It just miss. Yeah, like, I'm having fun in this video because it's just so, it is so comical how inconsistent the guns are. And obviously this is probably just a bad RNG map. Obviously there's going to be some games where you play in the ship like that back turret salvo there. The grouping looks great on that. We actually get 2 shell hits and a fire there. You're going to have games where the dispersion on this thing is great, but every time I jump back in to play this ship, it is just an absolute hair-pulling, just aggravating experience trying to get the guns to actually do the battleship gun thing and hit targets for significant damage. It is so frustrating playing this ship. And every time I play this ship, I go back and play the KBG, and I'm just like, man, the KBG is so much of a better experience. Armor-wise, KGV is a little bit worse, but for the tier, and even just the guns overall are just infinitely, and I am saying that, you call me whatever, infinitely more consistent. Much better, salvo for salvo, fires, citadels, chunk AP damage, you name it, KGV just hands down in the gun department, better. Just better. I mean, I don't care if you think otherwise. From my experience playing the 2 ships, there is nothing that will really change my mind on that. I don't know why the ship is so inaccurate. I don't know why the Warspite feels so accurate, and we can't have the Vanguard basically feel accurate like the Warspite. Because if the Vanguard had accuracy like the Warspite, this ship would be kind of filthy, like actually ridiculous because of all the buffs it's gotten. And it might be a different story, but the name of the game for the Bismarck is obviously switching in between HE and AP. It has really good values for both. And with the reload, swapping to AP is a very doable thing. And the AP is actually probably one of the more strong suits of the ship instead of the HE. The thing that bothers me is actually connecting to the targets. You know, and basically this game is a loss because our Fletcher here has no idea. I mean, there's a Tashkent over there that has like less than 1,000 health, and our Fletcher just has no idea what's going on here. Again, the Martel is in a position where he's in a bad spot, and this is where I catch him. I figured that he was going to do that same move over and over again. He keeps doing the turnout kind of maneuver, and we actually do hit him pretty well here. But just think if we would have actually hit that Martel for a significant amount of damage in that first broadside shot where we caught him with his pants down, Martel will be dead, and all the damage we take from him after that last salvo would be pretty much it. So we could have conserved a lot more health, we could have disengaged from the Vladivostok, and we could have gone down and helped push against the Alaska, who is actually destroying our team. So, the little things add up. Salvo per salvo, when your battleship is not hitting consistent shots, the more time you have to focus on one single target, the more, I guess, time it takes you to get back into action. And this engagement versus the Vladivostok and the Martel is taking so long, and it's just so out of my reach because I know Vanguard, there's no way Vanguard is going to actually hit that Martel and kill him. So I had to make the decision, you know what, I have to turn back in here. Chasing these 2 targets is a waste of my time. And since we could not kill the Martel in a certain amount of time, the Alaska has already pushed through. He's killed the majority of our team, and it is now basically him versus a Richelieu who cannot do anything against him. Our Fletcher, on the other hand, is still just in La La Land. He has no idea what's going on. The Martel is coming back. He's getting cocky because our Vanguard had just sucked so hard against him. Very, very bad play for the Martel here. He's spotted and he doesn't know where I am. When you are spotted by somebody, you need to play very, very carefully. We actually do hit him pretty nicely there. That was a decent salvo, but this Martel is still about 2 salvos away from actually dying, which is very sad because he has been living on borrowed time, in my opinion, for about the last, I don't know, like 6-7 minutes maybe. So, take the broadside shot against him, and again, Vanguard just just misses short and long. I'm telling you guys, every time I play this ship, it is just an absolute, it just pisses me off. I don't like it when people get away with just really dumb plays and just act like nothing's happening, because we've taken a significant amount of damage. Again. 2 shell hits. Oh no, we knock out his turret. No damage. It's fine. Nothing wrong here. Martel is still just burning us down, thinking he's Ultra Chad, when in reality, Vanguard's just not able to actually kill the ship because the accuracy is so bad. Even this final salvo, which does kill him, the dispersion is all over the place. It is vertical. It was pretty grouped that time, but man, getting this ship to actually hit the targets that you want to punish is, like I've said a million times already, pisses me off. I can't do it. So Vanguard is still just not a ship that I like to play. It will have some good games, sure, but every time I want to play this ship, I think of games like this, and I'm just like, you know what, I actually don't want to go through this pain again, and it ends up making me not want to play it for a long time. So, into the KGV game. This is directly afterwards, and I really, really, really wish it would have recorded the voice for this voiceover, because it was basically everything I was saying here. But this KGV game is nuts. It is such a good game, and it illustrates why I like it so much better, just because the guns are so effective. I don't know what it is, but every time I shoot shots at somebody, KGV's guns either do significant AP damage, light fires do significant HE damage and light fires, or Citadel things, and you're going to be seeing quite a few Citadels in this game. It just works. It does the British battleship thingy. You know, it's good. Look at that dispersion right on the superstructure. 8K, 1 fire, 6 shell hits. Vanguard could never, could never. I have had 8K salvos in the Vanguard before, and maybe even 11K, I think is my highest. But KGV seems to do it every game. With Vanguard, it's like you gotta hope and pray, and then hope again, and then make sure you pray it again, and then the dispersion's like, that's all right, that's all right. Vanguard is so, oh man, Minsk here, waiting for him to turn broadside. He actually turns back in again, but we do hit him 3 times, and that's basically it for that guy. So hitting DDs that are maneuvering, KGV, check. Oh man, if you have not gotten the KGV yet, I think this is definitely one of the strongest Tier 6 battleships. Obviously, there are some pretty big contenders right now, which is actually the ship that we are facing. The North Carolina is a very, very strong ship. And probably I would say the top 3. I think the top 3 for the battleships right now are definitely the King George, the North Carolina, and also the Sinop. That was not in any particular order there. Just, I think, top 3. Apparently the Nagato is good again because it has gotten buffed again. But see, I mean, look at that back turret shot there. Look at the 4 shots we just shot there. All 4 of them connect. All 4 of them do damage. Gets a fire on the back portion of the North Carolina as well. KGV guns are so much fun, and it punishes bad play. You get the kill shot on the North Carolina. We tactically beach because I was trying to run into C. I didn't know how our flank was going to hold, but since we got rid of that guy, Fuso doesn't act like he's going to be doing too much. over here, and the Exeter is actually being lulled into a false sense of security here. I don't know if he just forgot that I was over here or not, but he is definitely trying to just go bully a Pensacola, and Pensacola has buddies, aka KGV, waiting for the Exeter to turn out. And at this point in time, versus the KGV, if you're in this position in a cruiser, you have basically sealed your fate, because this AP is no joke. Get the devastating strike on that guy. It just works, man. I don't know what it is. KGV the guns just do what you want to do. If someone is broadside and you want to punish them for it, the AP does it. If someone is using damage cons, like this Fuso right now, I'm keeping my eye out on this guy. You'll see me aiming real quick here. Notice that he got a fire instantly, and you see me pinging there basically on the screen like he just used a damage con. So by the time that I'm reloaded, which is basically right now, the Fuso's damage con will be off cooldown, and you need to light a permanent fire here. This is the best way to maximize your damage, and we do. He was even turning out. He was turning out a little bit, and I did not expect that, but we only hit 3 shells. We get a fire. So the Fuso was punished for using his damage con, i.e. my salvo was good, the dispersion was fine, and the ship did what it was supposed to do. Fuso is now in a running position, and now we engage the Sinop. And the Sinop is a ship that is kind of scary, but then again, not really. Front turret's out on the Fuso, get a follow-up fire on the back. That is 2 perma-fires and 2 salvos. Pensacola has still not figured out what the big BB icon is and what his ship can not do to them. This was a really funny game live. I really wish it would have... Man, I really wish it would have recorded, because I was laughing the entire time. Again, pretty decent damage. You know, we're shooting the front turrets. We have a slower reload than we do on Vanguard. Obviously, we have more guns. We have lower caliber guns, but these guns hit, and that's the name of the game. When you have HE like this, you just need your shells to hit, because that activates the fire chance, and that activates the insane penetration that you get from these guns. Fuso's fires go out. We aim a little bit too forward, and pretty much shatter. We probably shattered on his turrets, and he had his damage con up, so we would not get any fires anyways. And this is where we load the AP. Sinop is a little bit pushed forward too much. He definitely can't overmatch me, but he would have to overmatch me for a lot. And it's a very tempting shot versus this Fuso, but I need to kill this Sinop in the next salvo, because as you'll see, right about now, he overmatches me and gets a lot of damage, so we definitely cannot maintain that amount of damage for another salvo. We have the AP loaded, and this is pretty much just a farewell send-off, so we get the devastating strike on the Sinop with the AP. Now, at this point in time, this game is a little bit of a stomp, but it just goes to show when the guns are good, the guns are good, and most of the time, much more consistently than Vanguard's, KGV's guns are head and shoulders and knees and toes above Vanguard's. If I were to play 10 games in the KGV, I 100% bet I would place better and score better the majority of the time. And that's mainly just because of how trolly Vanguard can be with its guns. Broadside shot against the Fuso. We timed it up perfectly to where we got the shot off with our spotter plane. He doesn't get to retaliate to us. 15,000 damage. No citadels, because you do have the short fused AP and you don't have the really caliber to punch through on the Fuso, but 15,000 is 15,000 damage, and with the last remaining seconds on our spotter plane there, we get the increased dispersion, and we also get to smack the Fuso again from the AK. So the guns, I mean, this is the biggest thing I'm talking about. The guns are so good for the KGV, and I don't know why they're so frustrating to play on the Vanguard. It doesn't make any sense. You know, if Vanguard had Warspite-like accuracy, it would be a ton of fun, but without it, it bugs me playing it. It is so frustrating. Algerie stuck around to find out what happens to him, and he's going to take a gamble. Algerie is a very thin cruiser and can be overpinned pretty easily, but not for him today. Another Citadel, Confederate. These games were directly after each other. Same exact builds on both of them, and this just cements in my mind that KGV will forever just be better, more consistent, and my pick if I had to choose between the two. Vanguard can have good games, sure, but if we're talking consistency-wise, I'm picking the KGV every single time. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. You guys have a good one, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.